Stupid mistakes. 97% of older adults make that destroy their lives. Avoid these 7 mistakes. Did you know that most of the suffering we face in old age isn't because of illness, bad luck, or genetics? It's because of small, everyday mistakes, harmless at first glance, that quietly chip away at our freedom, dignity, and health. And the hardest part? We don't even realize we're making them until it's too late. If you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or even beyond, and you've ever thought, is this really how I imagined growing older? Then this message is for you. In this video, we'll uncover the 7 most common and most dangerous mistakes older adults make. Mistakes that nearly 97% of people fall into without noticing. But I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to wake you up, because once you can see these mistakes clearly, you can avoid them. You can rewrite your story, and you can thrive mentally, physically, and emotionally in the years ahead. So let's dive into mistake no 1. It's something that might sound responsible, even loving, but it can quietly destroy your independence. Before starting the video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for further videos. Let's start. Mistake number 1, giving up control too soon. One of the most common and damaging mistakes many older adults make, often without even realizing it, is giving up control of their lives too soon. This doesn't usually happen all at once. It often begins with good intentions, a well-meaning thought like, I'll just let my kids handle this. It's easier for them, or why bother? They know better now. Over time, this gentle surrender turns into something more serious, a loss of autonomy, self-confidence, and personal identity. Psychologists call this the dependency trap. It's when capable adults gradually stop making decisions for themselves about money, meals, medications, even day-to-day routines, because they've handed over the steering wheel of their life. While it may seem helpful at first, this quiet withdrawal can chip away at mental sharpness and emotional health. The truth is, the less you do, the less you believe you can do. And soon, the mind follows the body into passivity. Let me tell you about Harold, a 76-year-old widower. After his wife passed away, his adult children stepped in, out of love, of course. They started doing everything, paying his bills, buying his groceries, managing his medications. Harold felt grateful at first, but within a year, he had stopped leaving the house. He began forgetting things. One afternoon, he said something heartbreaking. I don't feel like a person anymore. I feel like luggage being carried from one place to another. That's the cost of giving up control too early, not just freedom, but dignity. The good news? This is reversible. Taking back even one area of your life can reignite your sense of purpose and identity. Maybe you start managing your own grocery list again. Maybe you handle a portion of your budget or cook once a week. It's not about doing everything on your own. It's about staying engaged, staying visible, and staying yourself. Because the moment you stop making decisions is the moment. Mistake number 2, social isolation. It's easy to think that spending more time alone as we age is natural, even peaceful. But what starts as quiet time can quietly become a serious health risk. Isolation is one of the most overlooked threats to older adults' mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. And it doesn't always look dramatic. It often begins with a slow withdrawal, skipping a church gathering, avoiding calls from friends, or turning down dinner invitations because it's too much effort. The problem is, our brains are wired for connection. We're social beings at every age. Studies have shown that prolonged loneliness can lead to a smaller hippocampus, a weaker immune system, an increased risk of heart disease, and even dementia. It's not just about feeling sad. Loneliness actually rewires the brain in unhealthy ways. Consider Grace, a 72-year-old widow. After her husband passed, she gradually pulled back from her weekly card games, her book club, and her Sunday coffee group. She told herself she didn't want to burden others with her grief. But over time, she began to feel foggy, forgetful, and fatigued. Her doctor told her something surprising. For someone your age, consistent social interaction is just as important as medication. Even small forms of connection can spark incredible mental and emotional benefits. A 10-minute phone call, a brief chat with a neighbor, attending a local event, or simply sitting at a coffee shop where people are present. Each interaction releases mood-boosting chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, which help reduce stress and increase a sense of well-being. If you found yourself feeling lonely but unsure how to reconnect, know this: you don't need a packed social calendar. You just need consistent, meaningful touchpoints. Make it a goal to talk to one person a day. Send a letter, attend a local class, or even explore online communities. Staying socially engaged is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. Mistake number 3, neglecting physical movement. As we get older, it's common to believe that slowing down means taking it easy, but there's a dangerous misconception hiding in that mindset. Many older adults stop moving regularly, thinking that aches, fatigue, or stiffness mean they should rest more. But in reality, the less you move, the faster you decline. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, balance worsens, and independence slips away. Not because of age itself, but because of inactivity. Your body is designed to move, and even small, gentle movements can work wonders. Consider Walter, age 79. After retiring, he gave up his daily walks and stopped tending his garden, believing his body was just too tired. Within a year, his legs weakened, his balance suffered, and he had 2 scary falls in his home. It wasn't until he committed to just 10 minutes of walking per day. The simple act of movement became his medicine. Scientific research backs this up. According to a study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, regular movement, even light activity, improves circulation, supports heart health, boosts brain function, and even helps prevent depression. Movement increases endorphins, your body's natural feel-good chemicals, which elevate your mood and reduce pain. And this doesn't mean you need to join a gym or become a marathon walker. Movement can be stretching in your chair, gentle Tai Chi, dancing to your favorite song in the kitchen, or lifting light weights while watching TV. The key is consistency, not intensity. When you move regularly, you strengthen your muscles, improve your balance, and protect your independence. It's like giving your body a daily tune-up. It keeps everything running smoothly. So ask yourself, when was the last time you moved your body on purpose? If it's been a while, start today. Take a walk around the house. Stand up and sit down from your chair 5 times. Stretch your arms and legs. Just move, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets, but the sooner you start, the better you'll feel. Movement is about staying capable, confident, and free. Mistake number 4, avoiding technology completely. For many older adults, technology can feel like a foreign language, confusing, unnecessary, or even intimidating. Some say, "I'm too old for that," or "I've lived this long without it. Why start now?" And while that might feel like a small decision, the truth is that avoiding technology cuts you off from some of the most important tools for connection, health, and independence in today's world. Let's talk about Linda, age 70. For years, she avoided getting a smartphone. She didn't want to deal with all the buttons and settings. But after her granddaughter moved out of state, the loneliness started creeping in. Eventually, she agreed to try a video call. That moment changed everything. With just a few simple lessons, Linda learned to send messages, join family chats, and even track her medication on a health app. She went from feeling forgotten to feeling connected, right from her living room. Technology isn't just about texting or social media. It's about lifelines, telehealth appointments that let you talk to your doctor without leaving home, reminders that help you take medications on time, or GPS tools that give peace of mind when you're out walking. In fact, a study in the Journal of Gerontology showed that older adults who used digital tools reported less loneliness, higher life satisfaction, and better cognitive function. And here's something important: you don't need to master it all. You don't have to be tech savvy. You just have to be open to learning one new thing at a time. Whether it's sending a text message, making a video call, or checking your step count, these small steps give you power. Power to stay informed, stay connected, and stay in charge of your own life. Avoiding technology may feel safer, but often leads to greater isolation, helplessness, and missed opportunities. Embracing it, even slowly, helps you stay mentally active and socially connected. Remember, it's not about becoming a tech expert. It's about staying part of the conversation and not getting left behind in a world that's moving forward. So if technology scares you a little, that's okay. Let it scare you, but don't let it stop you. Because every time you learn a new tool, you gain more freedom, not less. Mistake number 5, not setting boundaries with adult children. One of the most overlooked but deeply harmful mistakes older adults often make is failing to set boundaries with their adult children. It usually starts from a place of love, a desire to stay helpful, involved, or needed. You may find yourself saying yes even when you're exhausted, offering financial support even when it stretches your own budget, or rearranging your entire schedule just to be available. But here's the quiet truth. When love doesn't have limits, it can lead to resentment, burnout, and even broken relationships. Take James, a 75-year-old retired engineer. He adored his children and grandchildren. Whenever they needed help, whether it was lending money, babysitting at the last minute, or fixing something around the house, he said yes. Every time. At first, he felt useful, but over the years, he began feeling drained. His own needs, hobbies, and social life faded into the background. And the more he gave, the more was expected. Eventually, he told a friend, "I feel more like a handyman than a father." What James didn't realize was that saying yes to everything was quietly saying no to himself. Psychologists are clear. Boundaries are essential for healthy relationships, no matter your age. They protect your time, your health, your finances, and your emotional energy. Boundaries aren't about being cold or selfish. They're about mutual respect. Saying, "I'm not available this weekend," or "I can't afford to help financially right now," doesn't mean you love your family any less. It means you love yourself enough to protect your peace. Older adults often struggle with guilt when setting limits, especially if their adult children are facing challenges. But here's the thing. You've done your job. You raised your children. You supported them. Now, you deserve to live your life without sacrificing your well-being. In fact, healthy boundaries often lead to more appreciation from your family, not less. Setting boundaries also sends a powerful message to your children and grandchildren that it's okay to prioritize self-care, and that love doesn't mean always saying yes. It's a lesson many younger people need to see modeled. And when you honor your own limits, you give them permission to do the same in their own lives. So if you found yourself saying yes out of habit, guilt, or fear of disappointing someone, pause. Ask yourself, is this draining me? Am I doing this out of obligation or out of joy? Then start practicing small, firm, and kind boundaries. You'll be amazed how much better your relationships can feel when everyone knows where the line is and respects it. Mistake N06, ignoring preventive health. Many older adults fall into a dangerous trap. I feel fine, so I must be fine. But here's the truth. Feeling well doesn't always mean you're healthy. A common and costly mistake is waiting until something goes wrong before going to the doctor. The problem with that? Many serious conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, glaucoma, or heart disease can be silently progressing for years without a single symptom. By the time the signs appear, it's often too late to reverse the damage. That's why preventive care matters so much. Think of your body like a car. You don't wait for the engine to blow before getting an oil change. You do it regularly to keep things running smoothly. The same applies to your health. Screenings, checkups, dental cleanings, and blood tests are your early warning system. They give you time to act before issues become irreversible. And don't forget mental health. Many seniors silently struggle with anxiety, depression, or loneliness. Just as you'd see a doctor for your heart, it's okay and wise to seek help for your emotional well-being too. According to the CDC, adults over 65 who engage in routine preventive care live significantly longer and with better quality of life. So don't wait for pain, vision loss, or a crisis to take action. Pick up the phone. Schedule that checkup. Get your screenings. Prevention is not just smart. It's powerful self-respect. Mistake N07, believing it's too late to change. Let me tell you something straight from the heart. It is never too late to change. Never. But sadly, one of the most limiting beliefs older adults hold is exactly that: I'm too old to start exercising. I'm too old to eat healthier. I'm too old to learn something new. That belief does more damage than aging ever could. Because the truth is, science and real life show just the opposite. Studies have found that people can gain strength, flexibility, and mental sharpness well into their 80s and even 90s if they take action. It's not about being perfect. It's about being willing. Take Ernestine Shepherd, who became a competitive bodybuilder in her 70s, or a 72-year-old man who started yoga for the first time and finally relieved 40 years of back pain, or countless older adults who took up painting, learned computers, or found love again. Change is possible, not because of youth, but because of commitment. Your brain can still learn. Your body can still grow. Your spirit can still thrive, but only if you give yourself permission. Here's a quote to remember: you're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. Whether it's walking more, quitting sugar, making new friends, starting a side hustle, or simply living with more joy, you have the power to begin. Every day you wake up is another chance, and you owe it to yourself to use that chance. Don't be held hostage by a number. Be led forward by your desire to live well, no matter what chapter you're in. Let's take a moment to reflect. These are the 7 most common mistakes older adults make that silently damage their lives. Giving up control too soon. Social isolation. Neglecting physical movement. Avoiding technology completely. Not setting boundaries with adult children. Ignoring preventive health. Believing it's too late to change. If even one of these spoke to you today, that's a victory. Awareness is the first step toward transformation, that you've still got so much living left to do. So much to teach. So much to give. So much to discover. And this channel? We're here to remind you, every single step of the way. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It lets YouTube know that more older adults need to see this. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. This is your safe space for motivation, wellness, and honest conversation. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Back-end index pointing right. Which of these 7 mistakes are you working on? Back-end index pointing right. What's one thing you'll do differently starting today? Let's support each other. Let's grow together. You're not alone on this journey.